have something to say about myself deceased, but I don't know the money I am in at this time because I am making food. I would not normally make this way. I'm going to make half of this box, and then I'm going to make sauce out of soup mix. So it'll be something like a pack of ramen noodles with sauce over it. So it didn't come in a pack of noodles with sauce that you just make with that you added water. We'll have to make the sauce from a soup mix. And I don't want to do that, but I'm doing it because I am killing who gave me this box of noodles with nothing like to put on it, no sauce. I have some jars of sauce. I can use that, but what's wrong with it is that they didn't come together like a pack of ramen noodles with the sauce in there, which is right now made by brand Buldak, Buldak, and then I guess there are some others, but that's the one I tried, and it gave me a toothache. It was terrible. Mitch said about the toothache by text messaging, or I got text messaging from cell phone area code 414, and I can't say more than that. The message was, "Can you go see a doctor?" And that was from somebody in Prejudice who gave me a toothache by the phone number, whoever was using it. Yeah, if you're using that phone number, area code 414, you are responsible for my toothache, and you cannot send me to a doctor because you owe me keys and banking, and then you owe yourself in jail and prison whether you give the keys out or not. I don't afford you being in public if I have a toothache because I'm eating something that's not quite ready for me to eat it. And cooking for myself is a small trouble because you have interest in that. You cooked for me before with Donna Mom Figure. She's going to end the formed world being Donna Trump, and she's not allowed to be Trump in my house. She still uses the signature Moser, but she's going to die out of the signature because of Trump. I can't help that you did waste all of my time just to prove that I know she's Donna Trump. Donald Trump was in New York before he was in Washington, D.C., and didn't go to my house and get Donna and tell her that she can stay in Trump Tower because he will give her keys and watch that she's in there because she can travel even with me. I'm not supposed to really move her, but if she is going to use the name Trump, that is me having to go to New York to Trump Tower to see Donald Trump let her in, and then she's still mom after that. But that's what's wrong with it. She's due in jail and prison, and if she doesn't go in jail and prison, she can't just be in my house because she was born, illegally alive close to myself before it was known that she was going to be suing me for money, and that's what Trump would do. She's Trump if she's using any kind of purse, wallet, money, banking. That's Trump doing that. And she's not Moser doing that. And that's why Donald Trump needs to come from New York. He needs to come from Washington, D.C. to my house to get Donna and to put her in Trump keys if she's not going to prison. That's malicious, but that's malicious of Trump is malicious. Moser is not supposed to be a malicious 4-year-old that grew up, and needed things. You have something wrong with prosecuting the need for your criminal behavior not being on a point in a prison. And the point could be that you don't know how to be yourself when you're not in a prison. I just got thirsty. Okay, about half of this. I will try. A little more of it. Okay, now I am just too thirsty. I am thirsty, I need water. I can cook for myself, but I am not full height right now. That means somebody cooked for me and I can't tell them not to do that. That would be true about anyone who's cooking. If you're not myself, you're not due to be cooking. So I will say that about Charles Cho, that he's cooking. He did cook after the whole world was cooking for more than 20 years. I need to turn off the overhead lighting. But the camera light is off, so you will not be able to see anything if I turn off this overhead lighting, but I need it off because of the cockroach disaster in here. There are cockroaches and threatening crawling all around here, and I don't have my glasses on to see them. So are they there or they're not there? Because that's the camera, and it's not myself, and it's not my prescription vision correction. And I don't know what causes the cockroaches to appear because if I can see clearly, that is the prescription that is elsewhere in an ophthalmologist's office. And here I can see with the prescription just fine. But I don't want to see the cockroaches. Oh, but what if I see something sort of moving first? I put on my glasses and I see that it is a cockroach. That is also true. Okay, I have one pack of noodles in here in the threatening, and it does add the sauce in right into the noodles, and I don't have to drain it or anything. So I can do that now, but it is homeless because uh, this needs to boil for 10 minutes, and the noodles are usually about 3 minutes, but this is pasta. That might be 10 minutes. So I'm going to improvise here, and I'm going to add this soup mix right into the pasta sauce. Are you an overlord? I am an overlord. Spell it for me. Okay, this is the spoon I will be using to eat with. And I'm spooning out some soup mix to make it a sauce. Oh, I'll move the camera in a minute. So this is what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay, maybe that's enough. I don't know. And now I need my glasses maybe to look to see how much soup mix I should add because there's no fixed measurement. Yeah, that's 2 scoops. Should I make it 3? Why not make it 3? Okay, it's for 1 bottle of water, but there's a lot of noodles in there. Okay, the spoon is still inside the packaging. I would not normally do that. A whisk. Okay, like how about a fork? Okay, I can use the camera to see. Well, if I add in the soup mix before the noodles, maybe that would have helped. I just moved the pot and I can't afford to move it with my hand with the fork. So I will set down the fork here. A little balancing there and not really do. So nobody's cooking for me. As you can see, I can do the motions because I'm in order, but you don't afford that. I just burned myself on purpose and I get hit by a car and run over for doing that by my Lord. He will not put up with that. And that's me saying that, voluntarily there. I moved it again. I can't actually do this without a threatening. Now I'm putting the fork here. That doesn't make sense, but that's what I have to do because I have to move this whole mixture around. So I'm treating this as a pack of ramen noodles with sauce for lunch. Yeah. I don't eat twice a day. I eat once a day and snacks around Charles Toe, but I don't have the snacks problem down solved yet. The delivery of supermarket food is not complete with that you understand that you are giving me what you asked for, that you would have it, and then you died and gave it to me, and you think that's because I asked you for something, or you would not even know who and where I am. And you are doing that sick fuck argument with me for so long. I was wondering if you knew. I'm just going to put it on YouTube, and you're not going to change who and what you are anyway, are you? Yes, but I don't do that to myself. I don't lie to the God who made me and complain that he is himself other than myself, other than oneself, other than maybe a cashier, a manager, or a stocker. Do you even have managers anymore? I'm a little sensitive. Do you have managers in the supermarket anymore? Or is it just cashiers and stockers and you're all like a co-op? Because it's a supermarket, not a co-op, unless you don't have any managers. Then it's like everybody's an owner if you work there, and if you shop there, you have to pay them money or you don't get anything at all because you don't work there. You employment people have been hostaging me since I have left my house. And even sometimes when I'm just home, during vacation. Now I don't vacation at my house anymore because of employment. You don't afford that I vacation at my own house. Your employment's not paid for because I left my house to do school and employment, and I lost my house because somebody else inside my house locked me out. And that's not true. The employment had the keys to my house. Well, if you have mental problems, you need to go to prison and jail. You cannot just take the keys to my house and then tell everyone that you have an address. You cannot have an address if you are employed and you are mentally unstable. You cannot be mentally unstable employed at an address. You have to be going from employment to mentally unstable goes to jail and prison so that you don't take my house keys. And don't say you don't understand. What do you mean don't take your house keys? Do you hear the screaming that is? You think I have no right to speak English because you are here to patrol that I understand that you are in very much correct for yourself to yourself. You are sort of deceased in words when I talk to you about yourself. You suck that all the way out of alive as if you were in a deceased address in public, and there's no such thing as that. Is it not possible to talk to you about yourself and talk over that I am myself with myself? Well, you're you over there. What's your address? 'Cause that's me. You completely suck. Fantasy in your head. You're not cooking for me right now. I'm cooking for myself and I'm eating. And you think that is a masturbated problem because if no one would do that for me, why would I do that for myself? Yes, because I need myself deceased out of the formed world. Who's going to do that for you? You think it will just end because it must. Like if you were married to the superior founder of the formed world and you said, until death do us part. That's how obnoxious you are about your address. When I am done disclosing leverage, I will be deceased. But you are taking the time that you say no and you squeeze the front door locking to this one apartment so much that you are deranged and you want to kill me. Just because you want me to see that to myself. You want me to see the superior founder would do that to me with just one of you in genitals, using the whole public to execute myself because you don't know how to go to jail and prison so that you don't do that to myself, with yourself, because you are a debt. You have a certain specific appearance. If you murder me in public, you don't have that appearance. Let's say I died and can't report it. Who did it? You don't look like that. Yes, but you're attempting murder on me. Oh, don't tell me that there's something wrong and I need a psychiatrist. That is also attempting murder and covering it up. That is additionally malicious, hiding what you're thinking, hiding your intentions. You don't know how to make a speech offense to a police officer with a gun and go to jail. I am talking loudly over a feeder who has known me since I was the size of a child, age 6. But he might tell you he's known me since my birthday because he's older in the birthday. That's wrong to me. He's due in jail and prison. I'm not really overconfident. If he is not in public, I am not alive. And that's what's wrong with you, not taking over the feeding because you fight with him. That he can go to jail and prison, you'll take care of giving me food that I need, even though you have really a poor criminal record, but so does he. Well, I don't know what you think you're doing in public besides making it a contest as to if I can get food or not. I am the one who is supposed to be eating. Is it your eating that's allowing me to eat? Yes, it knows, but you don't have any leverage that way. Well, you are exhausting your leverage. That superior founder is ticking off that you're ever even in illegal genitals at all. Genitals and the Godhead are deceased. Okay. This looks like it needs to be more saucy. So I'm pouring cold water over the hot mixture here. I don't know if that'll be enough. I want it to be a little saucy. Yeah. So my mom figured Donna, she cooked up a storm, if you know what I mean. And I can't take over for that. She did that because that's what she thinks about. That's what she could see and do at the time. I realize that, but I have that it is my house, and I must decease my lover into alive. You cannot sell me as a shunt. And you got really angry with me personally. Within the order, you were angry with the order, and then you're angry with myself, which is aliving the whole order of creations all, and all of the order of creation, which would be like other creations, not just hard property, but it could be like Moshe or something else. With all the languages from elsewhere and other things like soup. If you just eat soup, if you have uppers and lowers, I create that too. And you're angry with me about that. You think that I should not tell you how to be yourself, and I would not. But that's you needing to be outside homeless if you don't know how to be yourself and wander off. You need to get lost. You cannot hold on to the keys of my house and assert that you know how to be yourself in my house. It is not in dispute. It is my house and alive. You would not try that in a McDonald's and get away with it without a fight with the management. And that's because it's a fight to do that. You have to know not to do that in my house with my house keys that are there to make sure that you're not there. I have a key on my house to lock you out. Yep, everybody who's not myself, you must be locked out of my house because it has a door locking. That's why it's there. It's there to keep you out. Do you know Donna Trump has been in my house for 45 years and you don't know how to get her out? That's how far in the wrong you are. You never fought with her over your own self. I did. I fought with her over my own self. I'm deceased right here. So are you sure that you're not going to give up telling me that there's something wrong with me? I need to be all the things to myself that I think about you because you're okay in public. But you stole your genitals. You are going to find at the end of a life that you are still caught in your genitals. And you're not supposed to say at that point, I need to get out of my genitals themselves. That's too late. That means you don't know how to die out of your genitals. Creator 8 of all the many people who are checking my address. And everyone else who's talking about that Creator 8 is checking my address for you. So you can say anything you want to myself. And you have certain thieving that you're doing when you do that. You have thieving that you're doing, executing, that you have a certain personality when you tell me I am not God to yourself. And everything here that moves. You are so angry that I am not God to you over a plastic bag that needs to be thrown out. Like, you could knock on the door, or you could send someone to knock on the door here to come inside the apartment, threaten everything in here, take an empty plastic bag from the supermarket out of the apartment, and never come back. And you have completely announced yourself that you don't believe in God forever. So that's what I think about you calling me Rebecca and saying that I should be nice in the comments. You say, Rebecca, be nice in the comments to a video that you watched. So why do you have a name if you are Creator 8? That is who in Creator 8? Who, what, when, where, why, and how. How do you have who, what, when, where, why, and how when you are doing a crime? I can testify who, what, when, where, why, and how about a crime I see. But you cannot be doing a crime and saying, Rebecca, I am doing a crime on you. Be nice. I am checking your address. I could kill you with a supermarket plastic bag. So when you use the comments to leave a comment like that, hey, Rebecca, be nice, that is you needing to remove your username before you post the comment, because your username is not for that purpose. You have a username on internet that is like a debt, and if you use the username to leave a comment to threaten myself, I'm not Rebecca that way, and you're not your username that way. That is internet crime lording, and community guidelines are not enough suggestion that you not do that. You are in the debt that you are due elsewheres, not using the internet, making a comment. You are due elsewheres. You could be due in jails and prisons on that point, or homeless if you don't know how to go directly to jail. The comments are, they move down in the notifications until they expire out of the notifications after some time, or as many as 30 days, or other, right? So the comment that I just referred to, I'm not sure I can find it to leave this link, like a share, copy, link, and then post it underneath that exact comment. Rebecca, be nice. I'm not sure if it's still there. I will have to look for it. But so if not, I'm leaving the link this way. And then I cannot really make you aware of the video. You will just have to either get it on your feed, and I don't do that. God would have to do that. Or you would find it by accident, and that's unlikely, but okay.